Damn, man. Feel like I can't get no respect around here.
What are you talking about, AJ? You're about to receive the highest honor TNA can give someone.
Really? Oh, thank God. I mean, I'm looking to build a family someday. I can't do that with a hot dog and a handshake.
Of course not. And we take care of family here at TNA, which is why you're going to get exposure and a t-shirt. I know, Jerry Lynn was just as speechless as you are. Thanks for all the hard work. Have a great day.
Maybe coming here was a mistake.
Hey, AJ, I saw what happened and I have a proposition for you.
Well, I don't know. I heard you're not someone to trust.
I'll give it to you straight. Join my group, SEX Sports Entertainment Extreme, and not only will I make you a champion, you'll get paid.
A paid champion? That's rare. Only one person has that in this company.
And it could be you, so what do you say?
Look, man, I'm not against the idea. In fact, I kind of like it. The only problem I have is I smell hot dogs.
Bro, I'm from New York. If you want a hot dog, I can get you a hot dog, brother.
No, that's the problem. I don't want to be paid in hot dogs. I don't even really like hot dogs.
That's great, bro. If you don't want hot dogs, you don't get hot dogs. So what's your answer?
I mean, it sounds good. I just don't understand why I smell hot dogs.
I have a hot dog in my desk, bro. It is inevitable.
So long as that hot dog isn't for me.
It's not. Let it go, bro. I tell you what. I'm from New York, bro. You do this for me, and I'll get you a whole pie of New York-style pizza.
Oh, man, I freaking love pizza. I'm in.
Why would you make this?
Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for listening. This is Why Would You Make This Season 3, The Asylum Years. The only podcast to berate you with so much insanity that you forget to ask the question, why would you make this? I am Jimmy Time. I'm joined by my co-host, Brother Skylar. How are you?
I'm doing quite all right. How you doing, actually? How are you doing?
Don't talk about it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not okay. I have to do this every week. I watch this show like 4 times. It's awful. I walk away. I start a new life. I come back. It's still there waiting for me.
I'm sorry I asked.
We're also joined by Jay Delta. Wagwan.
Wagwan, but I digress. Wagwan.
Oh, okay, good. Great speech. Another great speech by politician Delta. He's probably going to go for a 3rd term. So this episode, we are taking you through the National Wrestling Alliance Total Nonstop Action Weekly Pay-Per-View, episode number 25, broadcasted on December 11th, 2002, live from Nashville, Tennessee at the Fairground Coliseum, now known as the Indiana Farmers Coliseum, allegedly drawing
Nope.
1,000 people in live attendance.
No, I don't think so. Maybe 100 people.
That's what it says, 1,000. They could have dropped an extra 0.
You don't get to count the people who drive by the arena.
You don't. They do.
Well, when I woke up, I counted 1,000 people that day, so...
In the dream? All right, so now that Russo is officially here, I want to make a promise to you, co-hosts, and the fans that are listening. This show is no longer about respect and tradition, and will be about blasting through shit as aggressively as possible.
Yeah, let's blast some shit at everything. Russo style, baby. Let's get it.
All right, so as per usual, episode 24 left us confused about the direction of the company and the motives of the characters. So let's try to explain why we are the way we are with our crazy past.
Wait a minute. What happened that got you so crazy?
Yo, I can't believe this is on here.
What?
Yo, every time I'm like, women's division?
Yeah. So former Rainbow Express member, former Miss TNA, former homosexual Bruce is now going by Alan Funk. He might be in love with April. He might give her the crown of Miss TNA. I didn't mention it when it happened, but yo, that whole thing's done. We're never gonna hear that thing again. This is off. It's getting pushed off. It's done. It's done.
Oh, so that was the last time we saw the Miss TNA crown.
Yeah, absolutely. I think April too. Yeah. And then the only thing we really have going on in the women's division is my own personal storyline of after 24 consistent weeks of not, TNA has finally booked Athena, only to mock the crowd that is consistently showing clear signs of interest in her by having her say nothing and take 2 bumps.
And there's still more signs for her than anyone else.
I know.
I thought for the women's division, you were going to talk about how Trinity gets to interfere in any match she wants because there's no official women's division ref, so no one can disqualify.
That's the tag division.
Yeah, that would be the tag division, I guess. Yeah. Well, that brings us to the tag division. 4 weeks later, Father James Mitchell's The Disciples of the New Church, Slash and Brian Lee are still your champions.
Oh, I hate those guys so much. Oh, they beat up my heroes, and now they're evil, and they're the champs. And,
Who are your heroes?
The other guys who were the champs, you know.
Really?
AMW.
There you go.
All right, yeah.
Jeez.
We're friends, so I call them the other guys. You know.
Yeah, because when you're hanging out, it's just it's me and the other
Yeah,
guys.
me and the other guys.
You call them the other guys, yeah. All right, the only other tag team in the company, pretty much, is the Harris brothers, Ron and Don, who have agreed to join Vince Russo due to not being appreciated by the NWA. In the X Division, 5 weeks later, Jerry Lynn is still your X Division champion. And in the World Division, after costing Killings his title, Mr. Wrestling 3 was revealed to be Vince Russo. And now Ron the Truth Killings wants revenge.
It hurts every time.
Next, while it's not very clear what the B or G stand for, BG James has come to TNA to turn his back on his family and his friends. Next, Vince Russo has come to save wrestling by starting the group SEX, Sports Entertainment Extreme.
Yo, looking at it written out every time, and then seeing that second E capitalized.
I know, that's the word.
S-E-E. Sex.
Well, if that doesn't make any sense to you, then you should probably be aware of the fact that he has also aligned himself with Jeff Jarrett, who was both unaware of and uninterested in the alliance. And then finally, Jeff Jarrett will not be screwed over again like he already has been. Bye! Get them fingies. Crack them out. Jackie Fargo, NWA President Jim Miller, Vince Russo twice, Kurt Hennig twice, Brian Lawler twice, country music singer Toby Keith twice, NWA authority figure Ricky the Dragon Steamboat twice, Scott Hall twice, BG James 3 times, NWA Vice President Bill Behrens 3 times, NWA authority figure Bullet Bob Armstrong 4 times, James Mitchell and the New Church, and the Tennessee Titans.
26 of screws.
Oh, no! Oh, man. He's ahead of the game. And then also, maybe, allegedly, again, there's so much evidence of it, but it's probably not real, that he has attempted to kill Jackie Fargo, Jim Miller, Todd Stone, Bullet Bob, Armstrong, BG, James, Kurt Hennig, Bill Behrens twice, Scott Hall twice, and the entire NWA TNA security team several times. Maybe.
And yet your lies, your slander always leaves out the fact that this man heroically saved 1,000 people from a mad gunman named Puppet.
You have been talking about that for longer than Puppet's career.
Oh, that's not that long.
Yeah, I know. All right, so last week we were promised this week we were going to see Styles and Red in a grudge match, Siaki and Lynn in an X match, Jarrett and Hennig in a world title match. Delta, you said that the tag title match was going to have AMW interference. Didn't have that. No. We were not going to see Jarrett versus Hennig.
That was a good guess.
Yeah. It didn't happen, though. We saw that. And then, they were also going to keep pushing the Whose side is Jarrett on. Which,
I guess.
They kind of did, yeah.
Yeah.
Brother Scally, you said Siaki and Lynn is going to be pushed back again. No, it didn't happen. Easy Money versus Norman Smiley did not happen.
Damn it! I
And
wanted so
then
bad.
you said that we were going to see a Percy Pringle pre-taped interview that answered nothing. They said that
Yeah.
that will happen next week.
Oh,
So you were ahead of the game.
Stay tuned next week where Percy Pringle's interview that answers nothing
Yeah.
will air.
That's right. And then I said, similarly, I thought Kurt Hennig was just going to full-on no-show.
No.
I think I might have almost been right on that one. I also said that we were going to get no answers from Jarrett, although we got a sit-down interview, so I guess I was wrong about that. And then I also said that we were never going to see Percy Pringle again, which they announced him for the future, so I was wrong.
Damn.
And then we got some dark matches. Watch the dark matches. Eric Justice, Tank Tobin beat Tiger Khan and Prophet.
Wait,
What?
Tank Tobin?
Yeah. Tank Tobin, yep.
It's a horrible name.
Yeah. Eric Justice and Tank Tobin beat Tiger Khan and Prophet. These men, who they are who they are, except for Prophet, who when I looked him up on cagematch.com, there are 7 people named Prophet, so I don't know who
Good
he
luck,
is.
yeah.
On top of the 15 people who have Prophet in their name. So if he changed his name from Prophet to John Prophet, I can't find him. I double can't find him.
I'd have gone with Tank Toboggan.
Tank Tobin, but whatever.
Tank the Toboggan Tobin.
All right, we also had Jorge Estrada, who beat Dr. Heresy, and AJ Styles, who pinned Kid Crazy.
AJ was double booked.
Yeah,
Damn.
and Jorge Estrada. Have you already forgot
Yeah.
that he was booked?
Well, I forget about him every day of my life.
Maybe that explains.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yep, I know.
No.
No, he doesn't.
You're
Unfortunately,
trying to give him too much
it
credit.
just does not. Yeah.
He was exactly the same in that match.
All right, so before the show, we get a cold open where we get a dramatic video about what happened last weeky.
Thank goodness. That actually helped me. Because I always have to go back.
Russo is here to save wrestling with the fan and give the fans what they want. Piper appears to tell us that Russo is a cancer. The Harris brothers want to shove their contract up somebody's ass. Jarrett fights 2 men at once and wins. BG turns on the Truth and TNA. Also, Percy Pringle is here for some reason, and he is not in black and white, unlike the rest of the video.
Wait, why?
Yeah. Your cold open was 3 minutes and 24 seconds. You got any thoughts on this one?
Finally, I needed it myself.
Yeah.
I always forget what the hell is going on.
Okay.
So that actually helped me.
For a very brief moment during this, they like showed one line from Piper, and I was like, please tell me that's all they're gonna show. Just like, here I am, and it's like,
Yeah,
no.
well, there he was. That was Piper. No,
Dude,
they did a little more.
Yeah,
but-
I couldn't believe it. I was like, why would you remind us of the horrible, unscripted things that he said? Ugh.
Especially if he's not going to be coming back. Like,
Yep.
what are you trying to accomplish then? He
I
was
don't-
here,
Yeah.
just so you know.
I don't know. Yeah.
We're the place you go to see stars briefly.
Yeah. We're the place that you can hear about stars that was here before.
Yeah. No, they're not here now.
No.
But they look, check out this video package from last week.
They stood right over there.
All right. So that's the cold open. Let's start the show.
Here comes Bob Armstrong.
Oh, that was last week, right? I forget. All right, so we, scan the crowds. You know how it is. Welcome to scan the crowds. So many, like equal amounts of SEX and Athena signs here. We get, what do I see here? All I Want for Christmas is SEX. Athena, better than SEX. Russo fears Athena. My personal favorite. Athena is not a prop.
I saw that one.
Oh.
Yeah, I like that one.
Athena Army with an asterisk, and then underneath it, the asterisk says no regulation required.
Wait, regulating? Wait,
What?
what? Who are we regulating? Wait.
For the army has no regulation. Not regulations.
I'm
Doesn't
confused.
have a series of. I was like, wait, there should be a plural there. I couldn't get it, so I figured it was like the army has regulations, but you get to pick one that you're exempt from. There was also a goddessathena.com. Checked it out. It's parked by GoDaddy.com. Pick it up if you want. Go ahead. And then, this is the real gem right here, which is a sign that says, thanks, ... Now use Athena again.
Because they used her finally.
Well, I don't know if she got paid for that. I don't think it really
They
counts.
used her.
Ooh. And then we get some AMW letters in the crowd. Everyone has a letter. Hey, AMW. All right, so segment 1 is Jason Cross versus Tony Mamaluke.
Wow, I cannot express how excited I was to see this match happen.
I think you just did. With all that silence, just dead air.
I was like, what is this?
Ew.
I saw Jason Cross come out and I was like, oh, squash match. And then I saw Tony Mamaluke come out. I was like, is someone else going to come out?
Yeah.
Someone's going to squash them both.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. It's a squash match. They're squashing my expectations and my hopes and dreams. Great. You probably don't remember Jason Cross from one of the dark matches earlier, like last week or something like that. He appeared in it. Yeah. So commentary puts over Jason Cross's crossfire, a.k.a. the shooting star leg drop that they saw on Explosion, which is from one of the dark matches.
When he was first talking about it, I thought I missed something.
Yeah.
I was like, was he on last week? Am I on the
No.
right episode?
Yeah.
I was freaking out.
Especially because Dalton is like, this is the most unbelievable move I've ever seen.
Right.
But
I've never seen. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
I've never seen
I
it.
don't know what you're talking about. All right, so the match highlights include a corkscrew plancha by Cross. The crowd notices that Tony Mamaluke is wearing FBI tights, so they start chanting, "Where's my pizza?" Cross with a double underhook somersault off the top rope into a double underhook facebuster, like a Unprettier or Kill Switch.
Yeah, that was something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty innovative.
I've never seen that before
No.
or since.
We see the Crossfire, a.k.a. the shooting star leg drop by Cross.
Which looked pretty cool. He was
Thought-
very smooth.
Thought he was going to die. And then your finish was Tony Mamaluke's combo, Shin Buster, Dragon Screw, Sicilian Crab, a.k.a. the Stretch Muffler.
Yeah.
Your winner, Tony Mamaluke. Match length, 6 minutes, 31 seconds. Segment length, 7 minutes, 40 seconds. Your thoughts on this one?
If I was like sitting backstage and everyone was practicing and I saw this kid doing stuff, I'm like, that's pretty cool. But the match itself was just
like what is
people just running around a ring. It was
Yeah.
what it was. It was just like practice.
Yeah.
Nothing really meant anything.
No.
I'm sure you heard the boring chants at some point.
Oh, I didn't notice that. But
Yeah, it was brief, but I caught that, and I don't know. Tony Mamaluke's work is not inspiring or exciting or.
He spent the whole match trying to slow it down.
Yeah.
And it was the opening match.
Yeah.
Why? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
We gotta start off hot with nice slow submission, working the leg. Start him off hot with this guy who's supposed to be all flipping through the air, and he can soar. No, put him on the ground.
yeah.
Don't let him move.
Take his legs out so he's
Yeah.
got to limp to sell and stay. Yeah, all that. Yeah. The only other thing I want to say is that Jason Cross was very impressive, but I couldn't stop being distracted by his tattoos because he had the cross on one arm, which I was like, oh, okay, Jason Cross. I get it. There's a cross. But then on his other arm, he had what looked like to me was like a tribal style Star of David. So then I was like, well, wait, I don't know. What's this guy's religion now? I'm confused. You know? And
Well,
then
his name is Jason Cross,
Yeah.
but he is.
So, logically, that
Yeah.
means earlier in his career, he was named Jason Star of David. I get it. That's of course. Yes.
And he's
of
evolved.
course. Yes.
This is the growth of his character.
All right. Segment 2, near the commentary table, B.G. James, accompanied by the Harris brothers, come out immediately after the match telling Tenay and West to guard this guitar for Jarrett later, as ordered by Russo. The Harris brothers then beat down Tony Mamaluke and Jason Cross, giving them both the H-bomb.
I thought it was called the Long Gentle Goodnight.
That was the name that I called it 'cause I couldn't- because it was when what's his name, Brian Lee, was tagged with one of them. They did it, so that's what it looked like. It was like a gentle good, like I guess Brian Lee didn't want to hurt anybody or something. And in the ring, BG says Russo isn't here because he's recruiting new talent for sex, which is Sports Entertainment Extreme. Don't.
Yeah, don't. I digress.
Yeah.
It's Sports Entertainment Extreme.
So he calls himself and the Harris brothers the Gleason Threesome.
Yo, I hate every. What? like this guy is like the substitute teacher who comes in and he's like, I'm gonna talk to the kids the way they understand.
Yeah.
Gleesome threesome. Ooh.
He says that Russo and himself made DX great. I knew that was gonna come up.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's like, hey guys, remember DX? Huh? And everyone's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. Well,
You were just
me and Russo, DX.
You were the beginning of everything that DX did, and then you went away, and DX was great. Like,
Whoops.
you were DX's hype man. You were a glorified manager. Like, oh, he says, I understand wrestling fans, and this is for the good of the business. Armstrong comes out and he says he can't believe what he's seeing. Why did he join Russo? BG says that Bob, aka Daddy, never did anything for him. Bob says that there is no nepotism in the NWA. It's not happening.
Nope.
Oh, quick, distract him. The truth. You're going to fight him in a, pick 2 items from my head, chairs and chains match. Yeah, go.
A what match? Chairs and...
Yeah, chairs and chains match.
I've never seen like such a ridiculous and over the top new stipulation that the moment they said it, I just started rolling my eyes. I was like, no,
What?
nope.
I was for a second I was like, oh, it's like a dog collar match, but the whole thing, like, it's all just a chain. All right, whatever. Like, cool. Oh, there's a chair just looped into it.
I immediately started thinking how to like work that match. I'm like, that sounds annoying as hell.
Yeah.
Just having that there. Oh no. Why? Russo, I guess? Is this Russo?
Yeah, it's got to be Russo.
Jesus Christ.
Also, the Harris brothers kissed my ass. You're fighting the New Church tonight. If you don't wrestle, we're not going to pay you.
No, he said you're fighting the church.
Oh, that's right.
The church.
The church.
The crowd was like, who?
Well, they're not new. They've been here for like 25 weeks. Come on.
Right, yeah.
Don says, well, why don't you put the title on the line? Bob says, shut up. He says, get ready to fight. Remember that story about the snake from last week? Yeah, anyway.
No, I don't want to remember that.
Oh my god.
BG says, let's do it right friggin' now. The New Church comes out and everyone brawls, but security breaks it up as Bob Armstrong narrates on the mic saying that all this is scheduled for later, not now. Everybody go to the back.
Dude, this is the most baffling shit.
Oh my gosh.
No, guys, the match ain't scheduled till later. What are you doing out there? What?
And the whole time, like, the poll part is having more referee. Get that one right there. Get him. I'm like, what? He's still talking.
My favorite part of the whole thing is, like, after BG and the Harris brothers leave, like, Brian Lee's, like, in the corner, and there's one security guard who's, like, putting his whole weight and pie-facing him.
Legit holding him back.
Yeah, but Brian Lee's just, like, emotionless, like, okay. And this tiny security guard. Whew.
5'6".
Yeah.
No, boys, not yet. It ain't time for this. What did you even look at the card? Why are you out there now? I don't understand it.
All right, so your full segment length was 7 minutes and 48 seconds. Do you have anything else you want to add to this?
It was bad. He said, Daddy, way too much.
Daddy?
Did you hear me? And then the old man couldn't even...
Hang on, they didn't gasp. Let me... Daddy!
The old man could even say his line right. Where he was like, I'm going to put you in a match, and it's an NWA match. And I was like, I think he meant to say NWA tag title match. And then the other guy tried to throw him a bone and was like, as long as you put the titles on the line, I don't care. And he was like, you said, shut up. I was like, oh, he tried and he didn't go for it. Jesus Christ.
Shut up, you alleged Nazi.
Yeah.
Shut up. ZZ Top can kiss my ass.
Yeah, I just thought it was so bad how, like, these two people were family and they couldn't act across from each other.
Oh, my God.
It was so wooden.
Dude.
You get splinters from watching it. It was bad, yeah. Oh.
There's really, I don't know why I found Bob Armstrong on the mic just shouting so hilarious, dude. I was dying. No, stop that.
The whole time.
Get down from there.
Like New Jack's music over the whole match. He just kept yelling.
Oh man.
Not since Booker T commenting his own run-in.
Oh my God, Booker T.
It's just like a weird cross of like Booker T and fucking what's Art Donovan or whatever. How much does this guy weigh? No, get down from there. That match is happening later. What are you doing?
More referees.
Send more referees. All right, segment 3 at the commentators table. Tanae and Wes welcome us to the show.
Oh, no.
Jarrett has been defending the NWA title around the world against big names that we can't show you here.
He has been defending this prestigious title against names. You would love to see these matches.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett versus Sting. Jeff Jarrett versus Lex Luthor.
Yeah. Luger, yeah.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
Nathan Jones? Or...
But whatever, you can't see any of it. We'll just tell you it happened.
Well, next week he's going to Japan. Could be an even better guy there. Who's to say? All right.
I was shocked to hear that Lex Luger was still wrestling at this point.
Yeah.
That
I
was
didn't
crazy. No, that was crazy. All right. Your card tonight is Divine Storm versus the AMWs, Harris versus the New Church, Red versus Styles, Siakis versus Lanny, Henning versus Jarrett. And then we're going to go to an interview with Estrada. Your full segment was 1 minute and 5. You have any thoughts on this one? Nope. My only thought here was that at one point, Wes called Henning the veteran of so many wars.
Yes.
What wars? All right, so segment 4, Goldie is with Jorge Estrada. She asked if he lost his smile. I searched on the internet as hard as I could. There is only one reference to this, and it is to Shawn Michaels.
Yeah,
so I don't know why they brought this up.
It's a wrestling thing.
Oh, but
She heard it in passing about wrestling and just figured it was a wrestling term.
took it at face value.
Yeah.
Jorge says everyone has left him. Is there something wrong with him? He is playing this by ear. Goldie asks if the flying Elvis is dead. Jorge leaves.
He leaves.
Yeah, he just walks away. No, like it didn't even, yeah. Full segment length was 1 minute 55. You got any thoughts on this one?
Get rid of this guy.
Yeah.
Or completely repackage him. And after that match, just get rid of him.
We haven't seen him in however many, like, why would you bring the guy, oh, you haven't seen him for, hey, look, it's him, he's still here to, oh, why did we bring him back?
Mistake.
And he's
Yeah,
still,
and he's still just here as a flying Elvis.
yeah, he's still doing a 3-man gimmick just by himself.
Bit of a mistake. Yeah, anyone who doesn't know, I just want to say that or Elvis is dead or Elvis has left the building. It's just some old, like, pre-internet meme. Just the way for anyone who doesn't know. Segment 5, Kid Cash versus Jorge Estrada.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Oh, what
Oh.
a stinker.
Commentary mentions that Jorge lost Priscilla, and then he makes a reference to Nick Cage and Lisa Marie Presley dating for a short time.
Who?
Yeah, it's just like, there's just such a dated reference. It's just Nick Cage and Lisa Marie Presley, which is Elvis Presley's daughter,
Oh.
dated for like, dude, they dated for 6 months, got married, and then took 6 months to get divorced. Like, it was like,
All right.
yeah, it was just like a weird thing. But because they're such high profile people, it was like, whoa, oh, Hollywood. They're weird, huh?
Watch out, there's a little person with a gun in the ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hollywood's
weird. Yeah. I also want to mention, because I didn't mention it at the first time, so I will make it clear. Priscilla leaving with Brian Lawler. It's the last time we see her. She's not coming back.
Oh.
And then
He took
also,
advantage of that ass grab.
yeah, out the door. A lot of places that I was looking up when I saw this said that Miss April was the last Miss TNA, but that's not. Bruce just said, "I'll give her the crown," and that was it. We never saw her with the crown. There was no
Yeah.
passing of the crown. So yeah, for
It was
some
just
reason,
only ever him.
but for some reason, people use him saying, "I'll give her the crown," as it being like, "Well, Miss April was the last of her Miss TNA," but no. All right, so Jorge versus Kid Cash. Your match highlights are Jorge Asada. Sorry.
Yep.
Jorge Acai moonsaulting Kid Cash's ankle. tried to go for his body, missed him, and landed on his ankle on the outside.
Oh, when he just got power bombed onto the floor and he just flat backed onto the
It
ground.
was an acai moonsault.
Oh.
Kid Cash's springboard spiral moonsault. That's where he just runs up the turnbuckle.
Mm.
And the only other highlight is really just Kid Cash generally looking absolutely pissed about everything he has to do.
Yeah.
But commentary briefly mentions it, so I'm not sure if it's a gimmick or not, because they always talk about stuff they're not supposed to.
Oh, I know why he was pissed off.
Yeah, the money drop, which is your brain buster, gets the 3. Kid Cash is your winner. Match was 5 minutes, 16 seconds. Your full segment length was 6 minutes and 36 seconds. Your thoughts on this one?
One of the worst matches we've ever seen.
Yeah, this was and it's weird because like Estrada is one of those guys who can just casually be great sometimes.
He was so lost. I don't know if like Kid Cash was just not communicating and just trying to do it by ear, by not talking, just by feel. And Estrada
Yeah.
was lost, and then Cash was just frustrated. But it was obvious they were not talking, and they couldn't figure out how to even walk.
Dude, I have here on my notes is I'm not sure if I've ever seen a match on TNA between two men less ready and willing to work with each other.
Yeah, dude.
They hated it.
Right early on, they do it's like a double arm drag,
Yeah, and
like legit try to fucking arm drag each other.
I wasn't
And
sure
I was
if
like,
I wasn't sure if one
Oh.
guy wanted to like do 2 of them, and the other guy wanted to do 1, and then the
like
other guy does it.
yeah.
But they both tried to do it at the
Yeah,
same time.
well, they
It was
both-
nasty.
really try like we almost had 2 dislocated elbows. But yeah, dude. At one point, Kid Catch just snatches a nasty body slam, and like so much that the commentary team actually comments like, "Oh, that was a."
He just picked him
Aggressive.
right up and
Yeah.
slammed him. Yeah, 'cause he
Yeah.
legit
And
picked
it
him
was
up.
legit like
He,
fuck
he
you.
didn't jump. Yeah,
Yeah.
he just slammed him. Yeah, it was really bad. There was another point too, because you saying the spot that he always does, the jump up, and then
Yeah.
he goes over and does the drop kick. Pretty sure he usually does the double jump Hurricane Rana, but since they did a couple spots where he just wasn't there to be there, I don't think he trusted him, so he just drop kicked the
Yeah,
fuck
he's
out
like,
of
"I'm
him.
gonna just
He
fucking
hit the
kill him."
fuck out of him. Yeah, this was just bad. And I mean, Kid Cash, be professional. Come on. Come on.
Yeah. Like I've said,
Yeah.
I don't like Kid Cash. I've been saying it since the start. He's not a bad wrestler. I just don't like him. There's something about him. I don't like him.
Ooh, he won, stormed around the ring, and stormed up that ramp.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
that
was
brain buster was
pissed.
nasty. It looked like he
Yeah.
kind of hit him with his knee too on the way
He was
down.
angry, dude. He was so angry. All right, post segment today says that the silent auction ends the 15th next week. So that
We've
nightmare
pushed it back.
is
Good news.
finally over. The nightmare ends finally.
Is that legal? Once an auction starts, for them to be like, we're extending it now.
I don't know. It's your auction. You do whatever you want with it, right? All right, segment 6. Goldie wants to get a comment from Bullet Bob, but referee Scott Armstrong is stopping her because Bob's on the phone. When Bob hangs up, Scott tells Bob he's going to go talk some sense into BG and leaves. Goldie asks Bullet Bob nothing because he walks away before she can finish her sentence. Full segment length was 20 seconds. Thoughts on this?
You're hyping a promo for later?
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a promo hype for a promo.
Pointless.
Yeah.
Completely pointless.
No.
I forgot about the nepotism there. With Scott Armstrong. I forgot the...
The dad is
Yeah,
the president
Yep.
and the ref and the senior
Yep.
referee.
This is another problem I have with this run of TNA. They're pay-per-views, and they keep announcing stuff at the beginning of the show and then doing it on that show like it's going to keep people there for a show that they paid for to watch.
It's
Yeah.
like, you got him.
Why did you announce a chain and chair match, a gimmick match that no one's ever seen, and then have it on that show and not try to sell another pay-per-view?
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It's like I said that I think a week or two ago, where it's like they're creating this atmosphere of look what you missed, like
Yep,
not like
exactly.
look what you can see. It's like no, look what you already missed. It's already over.
Anything can happen. We don't even know.
Yeah. Like it's like this weird like they're trying to make people tune in, but they're not like
There's no consistency.
It's-
It's not like, oh, well, tune in because this week I'm going to see my favorite, this guy again. It's like, oh, well, Roddy Piper showed up 1 week and Herbie Sadler showed up for a while and Chris Rock? What?
You gotta watch it because anything could happen.
Yeah.
Well, what's anything? Like they could just stand there and point. Like it's anything. I don't know.
Yeah.
What if like What if Dusty Rhodes showed up and just like did the funky chicken? I don't know. That could happen.
It
It's
could.
TNA. It's anything could happen. All right, segment 7, A&W versus Divine Storm with Trinity. Your match highlights include everyone does a plancha, ended by Trinity doing a moonsault, with the ref actually being distracted
Yes,
this week.
This is the first time, right?
First time, yeah, he's actually distracted. We also get Chris Divine, who gets pushed off the top rope to the outside. Nasty spill. James Storm versus a top rope move with a super kick. Beautiful. And then you're finished there with the death sentences interrupted by Trinity's low blow.
This was so sloppy.
So the AMW gets rolled up. Your winner's Divine Storm.
The ref was half distracted during that.
Yeah, it was
the,
not
the
great.
finish was such a sloppy rush job. It was like, oh, this is it. Oh,
Just the finish was a sloppy rush job.
Well, all right.
Jeez, this match.
Yeah, your match length was 5 minutes and 57 seconds, with your full segment length being 8 minutes and 39 seconds. You guys have thoughts on this one? Obviously, other than that was sloppy.
Probably the worst tag match I've seen at AMW, I think.
Yeah, especially James Storm needs to slow down. He's running around like it's a luchador, and he only has like 60 seconds to get in like 10 minutes worth of shit or something.
Yeah, but like ironically, I think this may have been some of the best like actual tag team style wrestling, because they were working with each other in a tag team format. They were doing double team moves. They were so like as awful as a match as it was still, I think, maybe technically the best like modern tag team match we've seen from them so far.
I suppose in a way, kind of, but it's still really bad.
No,
yeah. It's like the early shitty prototype version.
But it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
I was like, oh, that they have something there. It's gross. They gotta fix it up, but I can see there's something there with the way they were like in and out of the ring so quick and doing actual double team moves and combos.
This match should have been the opener.
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
And Divine Storm looks like children standing next to
Yeah.
AEW.
Oh my
Yeah.
It was
god.
embarrassing.
Poorly goateed children. Yeah. So post segment today reminds us that next week is the last episode of the year. Segment 8. Goldie is in the parking lot as the Armstrong brothers talk. Scott tries to make BG remember how much they looked up to their father and how much they wanted to be wrestlers. BG says Dad had made the dirt road, but I paved it. I built super highways. Segment length was 47 seconds. My only thoughts here is I'm actually kind of surprised that Scott didn't get beat up.
Yeah, I don't know if that surprised me, but man, just listen to his folksy nonsense.
Remember?
I was 14. You were 6. You remember that?
You remember? What? Oh, and we saw Dad wrestle? Wow.
We used to sit back in the back of the pickup truck and listen to it on the radio. Remember that?
Remember
What?
that?
We sat in the car and we drove places. Wow, that's a bond we got, huh?
Who got you your first car? That was Brad. Oh, well, what about when you wanted to wrestle? Who trained you? Well, that was Bob. Oh, well, what about when you got your first girlfriend and someone stole them from you? Yeah, that was you. Oh.
You know, one thing I really don't like about BG, besides everything else he does,
Yeah.
is the fact that he's one of these guys who's like, yeah, speaking of this thing we weren't talking about, let me change the subject to my thing now. His like dirt road, and speaking of dirt road, I paved this road. I don't know, man.
All his analogies. He
All
has.
of his analogies they're bad. They come from nowhere and they mean nothing.
Yeah, I don't like him either. I liked him when he was part of DX and he had his place in the group.
I liked him where he came out and he did his part
Yeah.
of the spiel, and then the other guys did the more fun part of the spiel,
Right.
and then everybody but him did exciting stuff. Like, what was his move ever? The shake, rattle, and roll knee drop? Like,
He bends the guy over and gets behind him.
dude.
It's like Seinfeld. When Kramer opens the door and he goes, yeah, that's great. But when he's on David Letterman going, I'm not a racist. That's what's so insane about this. Then it's like, yeah, I don't know, Kramer. Maybe you shouldn't be on your own. Like, wait for the reunion.
I kind of almost feel like that scene in the Truman Show. Whenever BG comes out and just starts saying his, like, he thinks he's in a rap line, like, I paved to the top, and now I go higher than all else. And I'm just like, Who the hell are you talking to right now? Like, what are you saying? What's going on?
Is there a choir somewhere I
Yeah,
don't see?
What
Like,
is going on here?
all right, segment 9. We get a video recap of last week. AJ takes out the Amazing Red before the match with the Styles Clash. So here we go. AJ Styles versus the Amazing Red in a grudge match.
Thank goodness for this match.
Red enters in a red jumpsuit that immediately hinders his rush to the ring. He's like tripping over it while he's
Completely
taking it off.
forgot he was wearing
It
that.
was so silly. I was just like, you could have worn that to any other match that you weren't gonna rush to the ring. Like, all right, so your match highlights is actually a couple of them here. It's great. Red opens the match by landing a Red Star press on AJ's head.
Yeah.
Red's Tiger Feint Kick, aka the 718, which is the Brooklyn area code, so aka the 619.
Stupid. I hate when people do that.
AJ does everyone's favorite move that means nothing, a drop salt.
Mhm.
It just does nothing to anyone. I
Yeah.
don't
But he
get
did it so smoothly this time.
It looked
so
great, though.
good.
Hey, that's why it's a highlight. It looked great, but it doesn't mean anything. Red's Tornado DDT gets reversed into a Northern Lights.
Beautiful.
A nasty Northern Lights
Yes.
too. He's so impactful with his moves,
So
AJ. I don't get it.
AJ uses Red's singlet to pull him into a submission, and the ref just looks at it. Gives him the old, shouldn't have worn that today, huh? That's a mistake you made. Anyway, AJ's sit-out powerbomb. Such a good-looking move. AJ reverses Red's Hurricane Rana into the Styles Clash, which actually kind of causes Red to struggle with his shirt more than the move.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And then your top rope struggle turns into a Super Frankensteiner by Red that AJ sells with a full front flip
Ooh, a 450.
and lands
450.
it, with the
Eat
3.
shit into his face.
Your winner, the Amazing Red. Recap video, 56 seconds. Your match length, 12 minutes, believe it or not, and 8 seconds, with your full segment length being 15 minutes. I would have guessed it was a full 15. It felt like it was so good.
Yeah.
And then it was a little dull in the middle at some point, but it doesn't matter. They picked it right back up every time. It's so great. Any thoughts of this one, or?
Yeah, it's great. It's what a phenomenal finish. Like, just a great idea. Like, they teased the Super Styles Clash, and I was certain AJ was gonna,
Hit it, yeah, why
hit
not?
it, but no, the Super Frankensteiner into the 450, and that,
Yeah, that cell
and
really.
yeah,
made
AJ's
everything.
cell like puts Red over so
Yeah.
Yeah.
so well.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah, no excuse to everyone else on the card. You got all these people running around, not taking any breaks, and then you have Amazing Red and AJ, one of the best high flyers on the card, going so slow when you need to go slow and not sprinting
Yeah.
the whole time. And then when they do, it seems that much more explosive. I don't like. It's on the same night as you. Just watch the match. This is how it's
Yeah.
supposed to be done.
Yeah.
There was so much psychology where it wasn't just two guys fighting and running around, where Red was coming to get revenge and he was trying to stay on top of him, but AJ just kept pushing him off, and like everything made sense. Every movement they made, and I just, like you just said, no pun intended, it was phenomenal. It's a phenomenal match.
That's why he has that nickname.
Yeah,
Not yet, but he will, and that's why. Yeah.
it's too good. I don't know if it was just that short program he did with Jerry Lynn that he just understands now how to pace
Picked
matches.
it up
but
right. Yeah.
he gets it now. Because even the next match, spoilers, with Jerry Lynn, that also made sense, a lot of the stuff they did, even though it wasn't as great. But I think he might have learned it from him. AJ's great. I love him.
All right, segment 10, the Disciples of the New Church versus the Harris Brothers. I guess for the titles, I don't know. Who's to say, really? All right, so I'm not totally sure exactly what was supposed to happen, but it really seemed like the Harris Brothers tried to sneak to the ring before the match. But in the worst possible way. You know what I'm talking about? Because they were all just like standing in the ring, like looking around, waiting for something.
I just thought this was weird TNA confusion. I didn't think this was any.
It just looked bad. Whatever it was, it looked bad. AJ Styles and Mortimer Plumtree are on commentary for this one.
Really confusing to me.
It was also confusing. I guess the commentary table is like tight because at one point you hear a fan yell, "Plumtree is a nerd," so loud that it sounds like he has the commentary headset on.
Well, towards the end of their little commentary before they leave, which before the match even ends,
Yeah.
there's a point where there are kids next to AJ just go, you lose it, AJ,
So loud,
and it's just like, that's all I could focus on
Yeah.
was children screaming.
That's what I mean. It sounded like they had their own headset.
Yeah, mic these kids up. They're saying
Yes.
some good shit back here.
Dude. All right, so your match highlights include brawling into the crowd less than a minute into the match.
There's highlights?
Yeah.
I know. They cut to picture-in-picture of commentary right as AJ and Plumtree leave commentary, so you kind of just get them walking away from the table. And then your end is BG enters the ring and hits Slash with a chair to let, I don't know, Ron get the pin. Winners and what? New tag champions, the Harris brothers. Post-match, Percy Pringle. What the fuck? Percy
Dude.
Pringle comes out to tell the ref that BG used the chair on Slash and cost the New Church the match. The ref says he didn't see it, so the decision stands.
No, but I saw him. He's under the ring. Look at him. He's under there.
You loser, AJ! You loser!
That was him? Oh my
The
god!
whole time. Oh. Yo.
Yeah. Dude, it was all so bad. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he comes out and the ref's like, I didn't see it, so it stands. And he keeps like looking towards the hard cam and the crowd being like,
He's like, no, but under the regular law.
And then it's just on the other side of the ring. You just see like
Yeah.
a cartoon. BG sneaks out. Okay, I'm leaving.
yes.
Like nothing happened.
But senior referee Scott Armstrong sees his brother crawl out from under the ring and tells the ref to reverse the decision. So the ref reverses the decision.
Which was great because he goes, he's under the ring. And the ref's like, I didn't see it. My decision's final. I can't change it. And Scott Armstrong's like, no, that's what happened. It's, oh, okay, I'll change my decision then. Wait, what?
So what was the point of Percy Pringle?
I don't understand.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did he bring another ref down? I don't understand what
no,
happened.
I
No,
don't. Maybe
he
he
just-
brought Scott Armstrong
Yeah,
down.
did
No.
he bring Scott? That's what I mean. Like,
No, he came out by himself.
is that who was in his shirt? Because someone was hiding in his shirt.
Oh, no.
That man was huge.
All right, so
All right. So, what am I doing tonight on the card? Oh, so that's it. I'm just walking to the ring and saying there's someone under the ring. That's it. Just over and over again. I mean, all right. No, he's under the ring. There's someone.
Percy, you nailed it. You did it so good.
Yo, like, what? Is this Russo? Is this? How does this happen?
What is this building towards? Is he going to be like GM? Is he
Shut
just...
Shut up. Why would you even ask that? The fucking building towards. Shut your mouth.
He just smelt the hot dogs and
Yeah.
kept running.
oh man. Oh, so like we're technically not even done with this yet. Yeah, still the champs of the New Church. But on the mic, Father James Mitchell says Percival Pringle has no business in our or your business. So Harris brothers, go get him, and they go after Percy Pringle for like no reason really.
Even commentary. But he helped you. What is going on? Nobody understood this.
The AFW run out with chairs and attack the New Church and the Harris boys, who immediately just run away. Your match length was 4 minutes 18 seconds. Your post-match segment was 2 minutes and 31 seconds. Your full segment length 8 minutes 30 seconds. Thoughts?
I
Why?
want to start calculating how much of commentary is just them being like, this shit we're doing makes no sense. What is happening?
Yeah.
Because it happens a lot. What? Wait, why is AMW? Why is Percy Pringle out here? This makes no sense. Why is Father James Mitchell met?
Why not?
It was so clearly written into storyline, but it just felt like it could have been legit. Where he was like, I don't want Percy Pringle in my company. Everyone, let's go beat him up. I'm the only manager allowed to be here.
There's only going to be one creepy manager guy around here, and it's not gonna be you.
Yo, they had like two of the biggest heel tag teams face each other, and then I felt like they tried to make the New Church the faces in the
Right.
match. Then were they trying to slam on the mat to get everyone into it, and then they had like a comeback, and I was like, no, dude, no.
That's like, why did Bob Armstrong no, you Harris boys, you Nazis, I'm gonna teach you a lesson by fighting my own bad guys who nobody like. What?
Yeah, let's have the Nazis fight the Satanists.
Yeah.
Everyone will like that.
Well, I mean, if they all kill each other, I guess, but that's unlikely to happen.
Yeah, I didn't get it either. Harris boys, New Church, and Styles and Plumtree, 3 heel teams in this segment. Who's gonna enjoy this?
And who's the run-in? Heel BG
Right, heel BG
is
yes.
the run-in. So
Yeah.
what is this for?
It's the AMW running at the end. You're supposed to love
That was
it.
even more confusing.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the AJ Styles commentary. The first half of the match, they're just like, oh, they're just talking about the last
The
match.
last match, yeah.
They're just
There's
like,
no reason to care about this match at all. Nobody cares about the commentary didn't care about it. The crowd didn't care about it. You and me didn't care about it. Dude, yeah. The only thing, believe it or not, the only thing I have to add to this is you may vaguely remember Father James Mitchell cutting a promo a while back talking about how it's all about control.
mm-hmm.
So that's
Percy was trying to control things and not him, so that technically this all makes sense with Father James Mitchell's character.
Well, yeah, he's always gonna in a convoluted way.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand like he's threatened by the presence of another dark, mysterious, whatever.
All right, live pay-per-view version only. Don't worry, it's real quick. TNA hypes the silent auction and lets us know that one of the auctions was to dance as a TNA girl.
As a TNA
Yeah.
girl.
Now, do you have to be a woman to do that?
Didn't say.
I'd want that one.
All right, segment 11, we get a video recap of Sonny Siaki and Lynn's feud, which are mostly clips that are so old, they're in black and white.
And also, most of the time, there's just discordant music playing so loud, you can't actually hear the promos that they're cutting in the video recaps.
I don't know why I have this reference written down here, but the music for the video recap is so loud, it is like the music of a point-and-click adventure from the early 2000s. All right.
Gong, 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 gong.
Oh, look.
Gong,
There's a ring on the
gong,
floor. Put it in my pocket. Perhaps it will come in handy
gong.
later. Okay, so after the video recap, Tenay throws to himself in a situation.
Yes, classic.
Let's throw to the professor.
Yeah. He throws to himself in a sit-down interview with Sonny Siaki. Tenay says, Siaki, you're disrespectful in all things you do, like when you look away when you're being talked to. Why? Siaki says, respect the old guys? Shut up. Out with the old, in with the new. Tonight, Lynn's belt is my belt.
So he's a heel again, all right.
Yeah, I know. So Sonny Siaki versus Jerry Lynn for the X title. I don't know if you guys beg to differ, but for me, it was the first time that I ever noticed a TNA ref pick garbage out of the ring and put it in his pocket.
Oh, I missed it.
Never seen any of these refs clear the ring before. All right, so your match highlights include Lynn biting Siaki on the forehead, but commentary is talking about the MacGuffin guitar instead, yeah. Lynn does a slingshot guillotine leg drop.
Mm.
Siaki does that leg twist wall slam thing that he does. The one that is somehow both laughably fake and painfully devastating.
Yeah. Oh, great. It looks fake and hurts like it isn't. Good.
We also have the crowd simul chanting Sonny and Jerry, Sonny, Jerry. In the end, a woman.
It's a woman!
Comes to the ring and pulls Jerry's leg off of the top rope. He gets crotched. Siaki looks confused, but he hits the Siakalypse off the top rope. Winner and new ex-champion, Sonny Siaki.
genuinely super shocked.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming at all.
Post-match, commentary argues about how Siaki didn't earn it, and they've never seen that woman before. I swear to God, I've never seen Batista. Your video recap was 1:04. Siaki promo was 1:15. Your match length, good lord, 21 minutes long.
Was it really?
Apparently.
Oh my God, Jerry Lynn, stop it.
Wait, I'm looking at the math right here. That can't be right. That's 11 minutes long, right?
Yeah,
that makes more sense.
Thank goodness.
Which also doesn't make sense because apparently your full segment was 8 minutes and 11 seconds. I don't know how long this fucking match was, guys.
What are you doing here?
I have no idea how long this match was, apparently.
It was 18 minutes.
Match length 21 minutes, full segment length 8 minutes. All right.
It starts at 103.54, ends at 122.05.
So your segment was
18
18 minutes
yeah.
and your match was, whatever, 11 minminutes? I don't know.
You just decide when you type, you can just add or remove numbers.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Like, 18? What if it's just 8 instead? No big deal.
All right, so whatever.
That's that new math.
I'll
Yeah.
save this one for later.
Later.
I'll carry it, if you will.
Carry it over
Yeah.
to the other page.
I thought they meant in my pocket.
Yeah.
I didn't do well in math. Every teacher I had was going through a divorce, and they
Yeah.
took it out on me. All right, so my only thoughts here are the stupid ending of the entire segment where Don West says, "I don't see anyone coming out to change the decision, so I guess he's still champ."
Don West learns quick.
Yeah, Don West. He's so good. I love him. Holy crap.
Yeah. I mean, this stupid place changes the rules all the time, but I guess not this time, so...
It's great. Your thoughts on this at all?
I thought it was a decently okay match.
Yeah.
I didn't really like it.
Yeah.
I still like, what's his name? I almost called him Sanjay Dutt. Sonny Siaki.
Yeah.
I just wish all that charisma, well, not all that charisma, any charisma that he shows in his promos would just show up at
In the
all in his
ring?
matches.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
all. Instead of just looking completely blank-faced and just like walking around. It does
Terminator
nothing.
style.
Yeah.
Yeah, the charisma part of his brain shuts off and he goes into perform like, nope, we're an athlete now. Like,
Yeah. It's like a football thing. Don't show emotion or something. Yeah. All right, live pay-per-view version only. Once again, today reminds us about some more of the auctions that we could have had. Dance as a TNA girl. Dinner with anyone of the following: Jerry Lynn, Priscilla, or BG James.
You want to have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches in the back of Jerry Lynn's car with them?
You want to date Priscilla, someone who is no longer with the company?
yeah.
And then you could also manage the Amazing Red. Segment 12, Ron Killings versus BG James in a chairs and chains match. A chairs and chains match, even though there's one
A single
chair and one chain.
Oh my god, I didn't pick up on that. Holy
It's
shit.
not called a bull ropes match, or more importantly, a bells and ropes match. I don't know why they couldn't pick a better name for this match. Like, I'm not sitting here saying I have a book ready to go, better names, but...
They came up with this match an hour before they went out there.
Dude, oh man, they must have, yeah. So BG refuses to put the chain on his wrist, but the Truth sets up the chair and jumps off it to attack BG. And while he's down, the ref puts it on his wrist. Let's start this match up.
He stares at him as he's putting it on his
Yeah.
wrist.
Yeah.
Oh no, what are you doing?
Yeah.
It's so bad.
You already said this, Delta, but again, commentary clarifies that chair is not affixed. It's going to move up and down the chain the whole match, causing a constant level of uncertainty. So your match highlights include the Truth skinning the cat from the bottom corner all the way up to the top rope and then drop kicking
Yes.
BG's chair into his face. It was great. BG moves and then the Truth moonsaults a chair. Looked gross. BG takes the chain off his wrist and then tells the ref to make sure that he puts it back on, and it takes the ref a few seconds to realize it. He takes it off, punches the Truth, then turns to the ref and goes, I took it off my wrist. And then goes back to the BG or goes back to the Truth, punches him a few times. And then the ref's like, hey, you took it off your wrist. You got to put that back on, man.
Oh, God.
You got to put it, you can't do that. You got to put it back on.
It was so bizarre to me that it was just like a belt loop. Like, oop, here we go, fasten it. Like, that's how you're gonna...
Yeah. In the end, reversal into a front suplex, onto the chair. The Truth gets the 3-year win to Ron. The Truth killings.
We left out some key highlights.
What? Like what?
Like how the whole finishing spot, they weren't in the chains at all. They just gave up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I gave up.
Fuck this stupid gimmick.
I guess I gave up too.
Yeah. They did the spot where they put the chair into the turnbuckle and Truth was on the outside and he pulled the chain so it would make BG go into the corner. But when he pulled the chain, it pulled the chair out. So BG didn't even hit the chair,
Yeah.
and then it pulled the chain off of BG's wrist.
It
So they just ran in and just did their last couple spots without even being on the chain. Ref didn't say a word, of course.
It was so bad, yeah. Post-match, the Truth covers BG in chairs and chains and then goes to the top rope. However, Bullet Bob Armstrong comes out and stops the Truth. BG gets up and spins the Truth around for a chair shot, but the Truth moves and BG hits his own father. BG's not happy about it, but he hits the Truth with a chair and leaves the ring grimacing. Match length 4 minutes 4 seconds. Post-match segment 2 minutes 3 seconds. Full segment 8 minutes 27 seconds. Yo, my thoughts here. Perfect match length. Perfect match length. Every match should be 4 minutes long. Didn't have time to hate anything. Didn't have any time to love anything. It was great. It was perfect. Your thoughts on this?
Old man got hit at the end with a chair.
It was
Woo!
great. Oh,
Mwah.
man. I loved it.
Yo, I don't even like the way this guy does chair shots.
Yep.
I hated the whole the finish with like the chair shot to Armstrong and it's all awful. The chair and chains match, just
Yeah.
what is
better
even
name.
happening?
I don't know, man.
This is like, it must be a Russo idea, right? Like, oh, we just gotta give them some weird hardcore gimmick they've never seen before.
Yeah, it must be something like that.
So when you put a chair on someone
Uh-oh.
and then you put the chain on top of it,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
is that really doing anything to the person on the ground? Or is that just going to fuck up your own body,
Yeah,
whatever
I
hits
know, I
it?
know.
No. So here's if you're under that chair, when you like stomp it, the chain's gonna hit into the chair really loud.
Oh, it's
So
loud.
like, oh my god, like you probably popped this dude's eardrum.
Oh, that sounds devastating. EC dub. EC.
What the heck?
SEE. SEE.
All right, segment 13 at the commentary table. Today reminds us about the title match tonight, and that next week we get an interview with Percy Pringle to find out who, if anyone's side, he's on.
We're not going to find out.
Well, wouldn't it be obvious that he's not on BG's side if he was like, BG was trying to cheat, he's under the ring?
Right,
Like,
so he's got to be against Russo in
Yeah.
some fashion. I don't know if he was against the new church, but he seems to be against. I would be against them now. Like,
oh yeah, now he is.
I swear, if he just comes out and is just like everyone else, I have a long history with Russo. I don't care anymore. Everyone does. Get a new gimmick.
I know, it sucks.
It's the same storyline. I've known him and he is Bin Laden. Yeah, I know.
All right, and then we get the Don West super pitch. I'll tell you what. You saw how crazy it was tonight, folks. You stupid bitch. Let me tell you about next week. Next week's gonna be so crazy. We're gonna have a 3-way tag dance grudge match. That's right. Say it again. 3-way tag dance grudge match.
I'm sorry, Don. Hold on a second. If AMW lost this week, why do they get a match with the champs?
That's the grudge stipulation. The grudge part comes in.
They lost to Divine Storm. Divine Storm leaves doing the title motion around their waist.
Yeah.
And AMW's booked.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
Yo, dude, what is that?
All right.
We're also going to see Siaki versus Easy Money for that X title, baby. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be great. Or awful. I don't really know. Hey, what's up with BG, The Truth, and Bullet Bob, huh? Yeah, what's up with that?
You tell me, Don.
Also, we're going to have, good God, a 10-man gauntlet for the perpetually floating #1 contender spot that is the X title. Because, you know, every week some guy just shows up and he's like, I'm the champion. And then he loses and he goes back down the rankings even though there's only 4 guys.
Yo, how are we gonna have a 10-man?
Yeah, 10-man. Don't get excited because here's today to tell you the rules that will not explain anything. And today says, and I cannot stress this enough, as he explains the rules to this gauntlet match. Today says, this gauntlet match is not a battle royal. It's a pin or submission match. I got no clue what's happening now. I got no clue. 10 men start in the ring? Is that what's going to happen? Where's the gauntlet part?
Is this like Slobber Knocker where it's just
Then
2
why-
guys and then someone gets pinned, the next guy comes
Then
in?
why
and
did
then...
he mention the battle royal part? It's not a battle royal.
Well, no, he's just saying, like, look, you hear 10 guys, you just assume battle royal. This ain't that.
And isn't this for the #2 contender spot? Wouldn't Easy Money have the #1 contender spot?
Yeah.
Well, he's going to lose, obviously. And
Obviously.
oh, my God. Yeah, all right. So your super pitch was 54 seconds. Your full segment length was 1 minute and 46. Any thoughts?
I watched the show twice. I skipped it twice. I didn't care what he had to say.
Oh, yeah.
Just skip.
You're going to see it next show anyway. Yeah.
Skip.
I'm going to hyperbolize it much
Yep.
better than he's going to do it. So, all right. If that was the super pitch, that means it's time for the main event, which means it's time for the best hour.
Our favorite hour.
The Troy McClure Hour. Oh, hello there. I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me from such poor attempts at teamwork as the Sorry, That's Not My Department official handbook. You got that? You sure? Good, I'm walking away. The TV movie. Or... what's their name again? And other questions for your 3rd year with the company. Today, we're here to talk about hating your coworkers.
Yo, these were all way too relatable.
All right, I know I said we were gonna skip tradition, but let me get this because like spoiler, he's not gonna be around for like more than 4 months. Let me just tell you about his whole career, dude. Let me tell you about his whole career real quick. Kurt Hennig began wrestling in 1980 under the name Cool Kurt Hennig in the AWA. In 1986, he won the AWA tag titles with Scott Hall, and a year later became the AWA World Heavyweight Champion. Hennig joined the WWF in 1988 as Mr. Perfect with an undefeated streak. He won an Intercontinental Championship tournament in May of 1990 and lost it over a year later. The title, not the tournament. Lost the title a year later after bulging discs and a broken tailbone forced Hennig to retire. In 92, Perfect returned as a color commentator and executive consultant to Ric Flair, but eventually turned on and wrestled and won against Ric Flair in a loser leaves the WWF match. In 1994, Hennig was once again forced to retire due to back problems, but returned in 1995 again as a color commentator. And in 1996, he began a feud with Hunter Hearst Helmsley. This always makes me laugh. However, this was all a ruse to get Mark Merrow to challenge Helmsley for Merrow's IC title. And Hennig left the company in November of 1996.
Wait, how is it a ruse?
It was a ruse. He couldn't wrestle, so he started picking on Helmsley, and then Helmsley was picking back on him, and he was like, won't somebody defend me? And then Merrow was like, I'm a good guy, I'll do it. And they're like, we knew you goody two shoes is all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Hennig then debuted for WCW in mid-1997 as a partner for and immediately turning on and feuding with Diamond Dallas Page. After which, he became a sought-after free agent between the Four Horsemen and the NWO. This is your famous my spot, dog spot, spot on the rug, spot, that promo. That's where this comes
Liver
from.
spot.
Yeah, that promo specifically becomes from trying to get Hennig to join the Four Horsemen and then making fun of it. Which, of course, saw Hennig join and turn on and then feud with the Four Horsemen. After a knee injury in 1998, Hennig joined the NWO Red and Black following the color split. However, he eventually turned on and feuded with them, the NWO.
Wow.
After the NWO, in 1999, he went on to form the West Texas Rednecks with Barry Windham, Kendall Windham, and Bobby Duncombe Jr.
Now we're getting to the good stuff.
The group started a feud with rapper Master P's No Limit Soldiers. However, the feud was abandoned when the face, mostly non-wrestler team of the No Limit Soldiers treated wrestling's living legend Curt Hennig with way too much disrespect on live TV, stomping cowboy hats and shoving cake into the heels' faces without provocation.
Oh my.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it was bad, dude. Hennig then began a I retire if I lose gimmick, which despite losing a few weeks later, didn't follow through with even after losing a retirement match a month later.
Oh my God.
The wiki says that after the retirement match, he retired and returned a month later thanks to the powers that be.
Oh.
But GageMatch.com says he was booked on almost every Nitro and Thunder until the end of the year, so I don't know what's happening there. In the year 2000, he then feuded with the perfect one, Sean Stasiak, before his contract expired in late 2000. He toured the world in 2001 in places like Australia and Puerto Rico. He joined the WWE in 2002 for the Royal Rumble and earned a full-time contract,
Uh-oh.
but was released in May of 2002 after the plane ride from hell incident where a scuffle between Brock Lesnar and Curt Hennig almost opened the emergency door while the plane was at 35,000 feet in the air.
They bumped into it.
A scuffle. He's the guy who took down Brock Lesnar
At
at
30.
35,000.
That's right.
In front of 100,000 screaming Hulkamaniacs
Mhm.
and 1,000 fans in the Nashville
That's right.
Farmers
That
Coliseum.
Jarrett just saved from an angry gunman. All right, which of course brings us to the Rookie Year of Jeff Jarrett. All right, we're going to skip a whole bunch because we've heard it a whole bunch of times before. All right, so in the first 6 months of his career, referee Jeff Jarrett transitioned into a tag team wrestler, specifically feuding with his former trainer and partner, Tojo Yamamoto, and Tojo's new team of Sato and Goto, involving strap matches, kendo stick matches, and a nightmare match, whatever that was. Jarrett also managed to win the CWA International Tag Team titles twice in the first 6 months of his career. It's amazing. And then, of course, a quick reminder that in November, Jarrett and Diamond won and lost the international tag titles, and a bloodbath with the sheep herder led to reveal/complaints that the CWA GM Eddie Marlin was Jeff Jarrett's grandfather, accompanied by cries of nepotism.
There's no nepotism.
It ended with a loser leaves town match that we did not see. And of course, brings us to the current time, which is in December of 86. The one remaining sheep herder challenged Jeff Jarrett to a New Zealand death box match, where a box is in the ring and you have to beat your opponent enough to put them in the box and then close it. Also,
I want to see this box.
there's a live python in the box.
Oh, wait, what?
Which was shown to us in a spectacular display of animal abuse.
Oh, no. He's just like fucking Michael Jordan slam dunking in the box. What'd they do?
Dude, I mean, like Indiana Jones, they were just whipping that thing around. like, ooh.
Back before there were
Yeah,
regulations.
It didn't bleed, but it was bumped into a lot of things. And
Oh, no.
Well, snakes
yeah.
aren't people.
I don't know exactly what the regulations on snake handling are, but I was like, oh, you could be nicer.
Yo, I gotta say, I love New Zealand Death Box instead of Coffin.
I know.
Dude.
They
Dude.
did it too. They did it. They were like, I challenge you to a New Zealand death box match. And they brought it out. And he was like, well, it looks like a coffin. He's like, you call it a coffin match, but I call it a New Zealand death box match.
And obviously in New Zealand, there's a snake in it to make sure you're dead. They
And
don't
you
accidentally bury you
Open the
alive.
box and pull out the fucking python. Yeah, it was crazy. Then he also had some 6-man tag matches that ended in another 5 minutes and a couple of promos that honestly left me more confused than informed. Also, Southern Tag Champs Travis and Jarrett lost their titles. Then one last thing. Oh my God, guys, you got to see this. You have to see this. Unrelated to Jeff Jarrett, Paul Diamond, whose gimmick is beyond me. I really couldn't tell you what it is. He dresses in fatigues, right? He has very light grease paint on his face and body, but it's done in a way where it kind of like accentuates his abs and pecs. So when the Japanese team decided to attack him and cover him in tar and feathers, he looked exactly like the inspiration for like the Bird Boys from It's Always Sunny.
Oh shit!
Exactly, with the grease paint, like I'm giving him the fake pecs and stuff like that, dude. And then on top of that, after this segment, literally directly after this segment, there was a music video for the Fabulous Ones with the song "The Boys Are Back in Town" by Thin Lizzy.
Boys are back in town.
So it was just like, this episode must have been like in their childhood and gave them so much inspiration. It was crazy. Oh man, it was so fun to see that. All right, so segment 13, your main event. We get a video recap of the feud putting over Hennig. Then we get an interview with Jarrett. It is a low-tone, almost somber interview that really takes away from the energy that you might have had going into this match. He calls Sean Waltman a coward. And again, reminds us about all the horrible stuff that Piper said. I don't know why. You really didn't need to. Please don't talk about it. Stop talking about it. All right, so here's your match. Curt Hennig versus Jeff Jarrett for the NWA Heavyweight title. Your highlights are threefold. They include, number one, the opening spot of, after the two lock up and chain around, Curt grabs the ropes and Jarrett refuses to let go. So the ref tries to physically remove Jarrett and he still won't let go. So then Curt tries to start bucking him off of his body and gives him like a fake, like between the legs, Ric Flair style low blow. Jeff still doesn't get off of him. So Curt yells, "Get off of me!" and turns around and spits at Jarrett before he finally lets him go. I like, when that happened, I was like, I don't think they want to do this match. I don't think they want to do it at all. At least one of them doesn't. Another highlight is today reminding us / telling us for the first time that getting disqualified counts as a loss and a title change.
I don't know if that's true. I just think Tenay is confusing from a previous stipulation like 10 shows ago.
Where it was like, if you get DQ'd intentionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You can't get DQ'd in any match in TNA anyway.
Well, yeah, exactly. It doesn't.
And then because Tenay's reminding us that you can get disqualified. He said that after Jeff Jarrett hit Curt Hennig with a chair on the outside.
Right, yeah.
Twice!
If the ref so chooses to utilize his ability.
If the sun is in alignment with the moon.
Now listen, yes, the chair shot does count as a disqualification, but it has to be a magnetic chair. Ref just tried to put a magnet, didn't hold, so this is going to be legal.
Plus, if you look in the sub bylaws, it's exactly 27 days past St. Patrick's Day, which, of course, as we know, is a sub holiday where all sitting and
sitting related
devices, are involved in. Let's move on.
Also, it has to be foreign object. That chair was made in the USA. It's not foreign.
That is the one. That's it. All right, so in the end, the ref gets knocked down with an elbow by a selling Hennig. Jarrett signals for the guitar as the crowd chants, "Use the guitar! Use the guitar!" He goes to grab it, but Hennig's back up, so Jarrett runs in the ring, signals for the stroke, but Hennig hits 2 different low blows. And then Russo enters the ring with the guitar, and Hennig puts his head on Jarrett's back like he doesn't want to feed his head to Russo. So Russo very awkwardly tries to hit Hennig in the head while simultaneously not hitting Jarrett in the back. The guitar barely dents. Jarrett still gets the 3. Your winner and still champ, Jeff Jarrett. Post-match, Russo grabs the belt and enters the ring and hands it to Jarrett, who realizes what just happened. He's not angry and they get in each other's faces, but AJ Styles runs out and attacks Jarrett until the show fades out. Recap video, a minute and a second. The interview was 4 minutes and 46 seconds. Your match length was 7 minutes and 11 seconds, with your full segment being 9 minutes and 33 seconds. Thoughts?
I guess I think the idea is like the more confused you leave them at the end of the show, the more they're gonna need to tune in next week to figure out.
I don't know. Yeah.
So, twice on one show, we had people lose a match and then immediately get set up into a program with a champion.
Yeah.
Mm.
AJ just lost his title.
You think you know what wrestling is,
And then
brother.
he gets a step up.
All right. All right.
Yeah, no, I know that part doesn't make sense, but the other part I'm okay with. You know, a sub 5 minute match, Jarrett Malarkey, which is just, you know, a bunch of crazy stuff happening. I was like, you know what, it's fine. It's typical TNA main event. There wasn't anything particularly wrong about the match, other than the fact that they clearly did not want to work with each other.
Yeah.
It was like, it was 2 big main eventers in the main event for the title. And I was like, all right, here we go. And I looked and I was like, wait, is there like 8 minutes left in this whole pay-per-view?
Yeah.
I was like, what? And
Yeah.
they're still getting through the intros.
Yeah.
I was very surprised
It
about
was
that.
weird, yeah.
And that was the worst guitar shot I've ever.
Which one? Because he attempted 2 of them.
Well, the first
was the
one
same one, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
He,
it's really...
he hit him on the back, and then he saw how much he was protecting his head that he was trying to reach over. No, I want to hit your
Yeah.
head. And he was trying to
Like,
scoop it.
Yeah, casting a reel, yeah.
But it's the way he swings it, because he's holding the guitar by the neck.
The whole neck.
The whole neck. Like one at the bottom of the neck, one at the top.
Mhm.
And he swings it by just like pivoting the guitar at its center point.
Yeah.
So you can't actually build any. Yeah, you're just like. Wah!
Yeah,
And-
he gives him like the really safe hit, but he's not feeding for the safe hit.
Like one of those Hulk Hogan chair shots
Yeah.
from WCW.
Yeah. I would have blasted him right in the
Dude.
back. All over his back.
Yeah.
And like.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's got nothing now.
Yeah, I can't top that.
Broke Delta. Yeah, no, it wasn't. It didn't look good. It wasn't. And then you're confused at the end. It was, yeah. Well, TNA, TNA,
SCE.
Yeah. All right, bell to bell to bell to bell to bell to bell to bell. Hour and 6 minutes and 25 seconds. Excuse me. On this hour and 55 minute and 55 second show.
Wow. More wrestling than that.
Yeah, barely.
If you call that wrestling.
A lot of it was not great.
Yeah.
Like, whew.
It was, what was it? AJ and Red was the only thing I really enjoyed.
That, yeah, and like on top of it, like outside of that AMW match, the whole thing felt like extremely paint by numbers. Like we've seen this format over and over and over again.
Yep.
So yeah, it wasn't super exciting.
Bullet Bob coming out, yelling at people.
Yeah, and then the AMW match was different, but it was just like a weird, like not a good different. It was just like, what is up with that thing? Like
And then they lost, and then they still moved forward in the card like it didn't mean anything.
yeah, no, that's 100% what this whole show felt like. The whole episode was just like don't even bother because we're just laying pipe to get to the next episode. It's no big deal.
SEE. Laying pipe.
Okay. So why would you make this? Well, according to Jerry Jarrett's book, the story and development of the NWA TNA, a new concept in pay-per-view programming. The last show was not great.
Really?
Piper mentioned Owen Hart, which, because of that and all the other things, he wasn't really sure that we were going to last long enough to gain more viewers after that one. Also, he rewrote the entire show 5 days beforehand. So that's probably why this kind of feels like a weird, like, there's a lot of Jarrett malarkey, but also it's, there's a lot of Russo malarkey, but also it has this weird, like, like formulaic, like carny feel to it, where it's like paint by numbers of like like I don't know what's happening.
How is it on a weekly basis? I feel like their decision is like, we don't know, just scrap it and we'll figure it out tonight.
Because that's wrestling. Yeah, it really is wrestling.
Yeah.
Thing, honestly.
Yeah, right. That's right.
God, I hate this business.
Yo, with this stupid fucking business.
Oh man! All right, so let's guess the card. You want to do that? Let's do it up. Harris Brothers, AMW, and New Church in a three-way dance. Siaki versus Easy Money for the X title. BG and the Truth and Bullet Bob doing something, and then that 10-man gauntlet for the X title. Also, remember, it's not going to come up, I don't think, but Quiet Storm still have a title shot. So,
Divine Storm.
Oh yeah, sorry,
Quiet
Divine
Storm
Storm.
is
Quiet
just one
Storm
of
is the
them.
guy. Yeah, sorry, Divine Storm have a title shot. Right. Yeah. So, what do you, Delta? What do you think?
Well, Divine Storm is going to be in the 10-man gauntlet because they don't have that many X divisions.
Oh no.
So the 10-man are going to be Divine Storm, the SATs, Red, Low-Key is back.
Oh.
Who else we got?
Norman
Throw
Smiley.
Kid Cash in there. I want Norman Smiley, but I don't think they're going to bring in Norman
No!
Smiley. I'm sorry. I got 3 left. Wow, that filled up quick. I'm not sure.
I guess I don't know. Jorge and Yang.
No.
No,
I
just
really
no.
don't see either of them being. Yeah, after this week, I don't think we're seeing Jorge back next week after this match.
Tony Mamaluke probably.
Yes, right. He's in there. Oh, and you know, since it's a gauntlet, maybe Jason Cross. They want to like.
Oh, okay.
Let him get a thing in.
I think I looked it up. I don't think this is his last show. I'm pretty sure I would have said it.
Yeah, I think I'm still missing one, but that's good enough. They'll probably do a 9-man gauntlet anyway, just to be.
Well, I mean, yeah, you might have it. I mean, you said Divine Storm, so
Yeah.
Trinity's in there too. That's your 10.
Right.
All right, that's it. That's all you're predicting.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's my prediction.
Brother Scala.
I don't even know, man. Like, who are those guys? Divine Storm?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they'll have a match with like the Hot Shots or someone. Keep them going.
Really?
Yeah, who knows? And then
Still
like maybe
around.
like the Truth is gonna like
Take on one of the Harris boys?
no, the Harris boys are already in a match.
All right.
I don't know. What is he gonna do? He's gonna have a backstage brawl with BG.
Great.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I see a backstage brawl segment with them
Great.
to further that.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out what was going to happen either, so I went with what I want to see, which is I want to see
Norman
Russo.
Smiley, right?
I want to see Russo turn on BG and kick him out of the company.
Please do that.
That would
Yes.
be great.
In a shoot promo.
Yeah. Brother, you thought I would care about you?
If this were real, it is real. You're fired.
All right, yeah, so that's what we're going to see. Delta named all the people in the 10-man.
I'm adding Norman Smiley to that group.
So all right, Brother Skylar says we're going to see Divine Storm versus the Hot Shots, and the Truth will be in a BG brawl. Also, Norman Smiley.
It will be
Norman
in that.
Smiley's in the 10-man gauntlet.
Yeah.
All right, Smiley.
Yes, he's gonna show up.
Gauntlet. Oop,
But he gets
nope,
it every
not-
week. I'll be right eventually.
That's
All right. I feel like I should try to predict how this 10-man gauntlet.
Oh, you don't
Yo, how many men are going to be in the ring at the same time?
Honestly, 10-man gauntlet, they're all going to fight, and then some guy's going to walk out and just, like,
Well,
push him out and go,
because I
won."
kind of want to see if I could call a Voltron spot, but I don't know if enough men are going to be in the ring.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be 1-on-1 every time.
Yeah,
And then who goes over? Who's this for?
I don't even know, man.
Who's the champ now? Siaki?
Yeah,
It's gonna be Jerry Lynn.
Red.
It's gonna be I call Jerry Lynn wins.
It's probably going to be Kid Cash.
Jerry Lynn. It's gonna be Jerry Lynn.
Might as well just ping pong it back to him again.
All right, you think Red wins it? You think Lynn's gonna win it? And I think Kid Cash is gonna win it.
You know what? Red does make sense, but Jerry Lynn makes sense for TNA.
Unless Loki comes back and wins it.
That's what I would book.
I don't know. All right, well, whatever. If you enjoyed the show, give us a like or a 5-star review or share us with your friends. Subscribe to the YouTube. Search for us with WWYMT or Why Would You Make This on most websites and social media platforms. Intro is Falling Off Your Love by Kill Paris. For Brother Skylar and J Delta, I am Jimmy Time. Please remember, without the mistakes of others, we'd be forced to endure the pain of failure ourselves. Support the arts. The preceding recast do not necessarily represent the views of Why Would You Make This, its owners, employees, or associates.